win now. Stuart Haas has a win. Hendrick got another car into victory lane. But I really think, Eric, right now that they're in a really good position going into the playoffs, where hopefully now the next 6 weeks they'll have more good races, get more fans in, really turn up the press and the media and try to get some really good attention on this playoff series, because they're going to need it, because they always compete with the NFL. So they're going to have to get some juice behind this, because fans are going to have to make that decision come September when these races are on and the NFL's on, of what are they going to watch.
Yeah. And let's give a shout out to Jeff Gluck, because to prove our point, Jeff Gluck is an insider. He's at a lot of these races. He's an independent journalist, but what he does every week is run a poll on Twitter that gets, quite a bit of, I would say several thousands of votes. And the poll is simple. All it says is, was, such and such a good race? So he would just insert the name of the track. Example, this past weekend, it'd say, was New Hampshire a good race? Yes or no? Just two options, simple. And last year and the year before, I would say that most of the time, a lot of his polls would come up with the majority of votes going to the no. Justin, to your point, this year has been completely opposite. And actually, some of these races where the finishes are phenomenal, like that Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch finish, I think he was somewhere in the neighborhood of 84 to 85%. Yes, it was a good race. Now, with NASCAR, you have a lot of brand loyalty and driver loyalty too. So, you got to figure in his polls that a lot of the no's just from last week were Kyle Busch fans who said, no, it wasn't a good race because Kyle didn't win. So you could kind of bump some of those off there, right? They don't count really because it's driver loyalty, but that's what's fun about NASCAR. But again, point being, most of his polls this year have been above 70% for good races. And over the past few weeks, they've been well above 80%. So again, shout out to Jeff Gluck and all the work that he's doing. Follow him on Twitter if you're a NASCAR fan. But the crowd is speaking that NASCAR is in a good place right now. And so Justin and I are going to pump it up a little bit. I mean, we enjoy NASCAR. It's been a long time that we have followed it. I think 3 decades for me and probably about the same for you. But the last couple of years haven't been so good. So we're excited about this year being good. That's going to be it for episode 252. And as we said, it's the last episode of season 2. So we'll be back at you with 301 next week. That's right. Episode 1 of season 3. We did it, man. We made it to our 3rd season and we've got thousands of subscribers. We've get thousands of downloads. I couldn't appreciate it more. I mean, just the opportunity to talk sports with you. We do it anyway, but the fact that people actually listen to us, I think that's pretty cool.
It's been awesome. It's been fun watching the subscription and the downloads come in from where we started to where we are now. So we love the feedback. If you like the show, jump on iTunes, give us that 5-star rating. It helps move us up, helps us find more fans, gets us more ability to get the program out there to others and to do different things. So we're excited about season 3. I know that.
All right. Well said, brother. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk back at you next week. Thank you for listening to this episode of Talk Back. Staying current on sports is our #1 goal. So we drop a new episode each Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or the podcatcher of your choice. For more info about the show, to meet the hosts, or to partner with us on future episodes, please visit TalkbackFanTalk.com. We really enjoy hearing your take on the world of sports, even when you disagree. After all, this show is dedicated to you, the fans. So get direct access to us on Twitter using @TalkbackJustin and @TalkbackEric. Check out our corporate feed on Twitter and Instagram using the handle @TalkbackFanTalk. We hope you have a great week. We'll talk back at you next time.